Hello everyone! Today we will talk about the new leaks and character changes we have got in the beta version of Genshin 6.2 v4. If you haven't seen the video where I showed version 6.2 leaks, you should go check it out since that video will contain the major leaks we have. I will put the video in the pinned comment and also on the eye icon, which should display on the top right of the screen right now. This video will mainly cover the character changes along with a few new leaks for Durin's story quest and a few more small leaks that I missed in the previous video. Basically, this video acts as a part 2 for the previous one. Starting off, I will be talking about the character changes. Before I explain the changes, there's one common term I would like to explain. If you have kept track of the leaks, you would know that if 2 Hexenzirkel members are present in your party, you will get major buffs for the characters. But to activate these buffs, you will need to complete the Witch's Homework quests coming in the new version. Each one of the Hexenzirkel characters will have a different Witch's Homework quest you would need to complete in order to obtain their specific buff. Now that I have got that out of the way, let's start with the character changes that we would see via those quests. Let's start off with Venti's buffs that he would get after completing the Witch's Homework questline specified for him. First, during his Elemental Burst Winds Grand Ode, when the active character triggers a swirl reaction, that character's damage is increased by 50% for 4 seconds. The Stormite also deals 135% of its original damage. Basically, a damage buff to the active character. Second, Venti's normal attacks become hurricane arrows that will pierce enemies. Hitting the enemies will extend the Stormite's duration by 1 second. But the maximum amount of times you can extend the duration is only 2 times per burst. Now moving on to a few constellation changes for Venti. Venti's C2 resistance reduction has been increased from 12% to 24% and now provides a skill reset after using his burst. Moving into Venti's C6, we already have existing resistance shred in his C6. But now, beyond the existing resistance shred, it will now add a massive 100% crit damage bonus against enemies in his burst. These upgrades transform Venti from a support into a formidable on-field damage dealer, especially when he is C6. Moving on to Klee. After completing her specified Witch's Homework questline, you will see 2 changes. First, her elemental skill, Elemental Burst, and normal attacks now grant stacks of Boom Boom enhancement. These stacks will increase her Spark-enhanced charged attack damage. On the first stack, it will deal 115% damage. On the second, it would deal 130%, and on the last third stack, it would deal 150% damage. Second, during Klee's Elemental Burst, the normal attack combo count does not reset anymore. When Klee uses her third normal attack, she can consume 1 explosive spark to summon a cooperative charged attack called Impact. As for her constellation change, her C2 now makes enemies reduce defense by 23%, making her a powerful support for any team. These changes will surely make her rotations feel more fluid and her damage more consistent. Moving on to Albedo. Once again, after completing his Witch's Homework questline, you will get to see 2 changes. First, Albedo now creates Sunfire Silver after dealing skill damage, which can generate transient blossoms if no solar isotoma is on the field. Second, based on his defense stat, he will be able to boost party damage by up to 12% and boost Hexenzirkel characters' damage by up to 30%. As for Albedo's constellations, they now grant plunging attack buffs. These buffs will turn Albedo into a really good premium support for Hexenzirkel characters. Moving on to Mona. Another 2 changes once you complete the Witch's Homework questline for her. First, her normal and charged attacks will now grant ephemeral bubbles stacks. These stacks will be used when another character triggers a vaporize reaction. Each stack increases that reaction's damage by 10%. Second, when Mona's normal and charged attacks hit enemies, they extend the enemy's star anomaly status by 2 seconds, up to a maximum of 8 seconds. But do keep in mind that this effect can occur once every 0.5 seconds. Basically, Mona will no longer be a one-burst use and switch character. She will now be a continuous buffer and enabler. As for her constellation, it's not confirmed yet, but her C1 may buff lunar charge damage by 15%. Moving on to Sucrose. Once you complete the witch's homework questline for her, you will get 2 buffs. First, summoning a small wind spirit will boost party damage by approximately 5.71%. Second, summoning a large wind spirit will boost only Hexenzirkel characters' damage by approximately 7.14%. These are really small changes, but Sucrose by herself is already really good in the current state, so we won't get to see a lot of changes on her. As for her constellation boost, her C6 now grants an additional, stronger elemental damage bonus specifically to Hexenzirkel characters. Moving on to Fischl. Completing her witch's homework questline adds 2 buffs. First, while Oz is on the field, triggering an overloaded reaction boosts party attack by 22.5%. Second, triggering an electro-charged reaction boosts party elemental mastery by 90. As for her constellations, her C6 enhances the buffs I already mentioned, doubling their effect after Oz performs a coordinated attack. Once again, no major big changes are coming to Fischl since she is already good in the current meta. Moving on to Razor. We don't really have a lot of information on Razor right now since he didn't yet get updated in the beta servers. We might see more changes after. So far, completing his witch's homework questline will give him only 1 buff. This buff will be used during his Elemental Burst Lightning Fine. During the Elemental Burst, overflowing sigils will call down lightning bolts, dealing 150% attack as AoE electro damage and restoring 7 energy to Razor. This will minimize energy recharge problems with Razor, so you can use his burst more frequently. As for his constellation, his new C6 grants him extra sigils during his elemental burst, and these sigils will boost his crit rate and crit damage after consuming them. Those are all the character changes and buffs we have so far. Remember, you will need at least 2 Hexenzirkel members in your party to activate most of the buffs. Moving on to other leaks. Credits to HomDGCat and Lunar Kuro for these leaks. First, let's talk about the new boss. I have already shown in one of my videos the location for the new boss will be near Kavaki Experimental Design Bureau. I won't be taking too much time, and I will just simply show the boss's mechanics on the screen instead of explaining them. Next, the new Stygian Onslaught in version 6.2 will be having the following bosses. Once again, you can take a look at them by pausing the video. I don't want to keep this video too long, so I am leaving it up to you guys if you want to read it or not. Moving on to the banners for version 6.2. I won't comment on this topic much since we don't exactly know much except for Durin's banner. Most leaks show Durin, Venti, Verisa, and Zylanin being the next 4 banners in version 6.2. The 4 stars would be Gaming and Sucrose. We still don't know the other 4 stars, but most probably one of them is Jahoda. This banner lineup does make the most sense since Durin and Venti are Hexenzirkel members. As for Verisa and Zylanin's reasoning for being on the banners, if you noticed in the Stygian Onslaught, which I mentioned previously, the 3rd boss, which we all know is more easily defeated with plunging attacks. So both of the characters are likely to have a rerun. Moving on to Durin Story Quest and Archon Quest leaks in version 6.2. You can skip these leaks parts if you don't want the story atmosphere to be spoiled for you. I will only display the screenshots for the ambience of the Archon and story quests. Here are some images of leaks from the Archon quest. There will be a festival in Nodcry which will happen during the Archon quest. These images are taken from that specific Archon quest timeline, so they are exclusive to the Archon quests. Moving on to Durin's quest ambience, we have these 3 images so far. The images look really good, and I personally can't wait to play a story quest. Now the last leak of today's video. Remember how I mentioned in my previous video during Durin's gameplay about flying mechanics being added? Sadly, we still have no update on it. Even though the beta version of Genshin is in 6.2 v4, we still aren't able to fly with Durin's wings in Teyvat overworld while exploring. It might get added in another beta version. For now, all we can do is hope and pray that he can fly using his wings. Anyway, that's all the leaks for today. Once again, make sure to check the pinned comment for the previous video if you haven't seen it, since that video has the major leaks we have so far. This was, of course, a second part to that video, as I already mentioned. I won't keep you guys waiting any longer. See you all in the next one.